Man, that smells fantastic. Matt, what's for lunch today, man?
We got some chicken, we got some pork, we have steak.
Ooh, what is that on the outside? What'd you season it with?
Oh, that's Canyon Joe's Red Dirt All-Purpose Rub, you know?
Oh man, I think we give it a little taste test. What do you think?
More than a little.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right, so let's go and give it a try. Here we go.
All right, cheers. All right.
Oh, that's good.
Very good.
All right, man, what's your takeaway, Matt? What do you think?
First thing you'll notice is crunch.
Yeah.
It's got a definite weight to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Very good. It's not like one of these where it's just very fine.
Like a powdery.
Dusting. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, it is salty, but that's not the first thing you notice. There's kind of this sweetness to it also that you get. And that's from what, Matt? What did they put in there to make it sweet?
Not only do they have brown sugar,
the turbinado brown sugar also, which does have kind of a hint of molasses too, which kind of gives it some different characteristics. Very similar to like a tangy barbecue seasoning on a potato chip.
Exactly.
I'd like to try this on fries too. I think it'd be pretty good.
Oh, fries. Yeah. Any potato. Yeah, definitely.
What would you say about the heat?
The heat probably mid-range. I mean, we're probably like what? On a scale of 1 to 10, we're probably talking about 4 maybe 5.
Yeah, so it's going to build up a little bit of heat. So if you don't like things that are spicy, it's going to build up kind of a red chili kind of heat.
Yeah.
So just kind of keep that in mind if you want to try it. Now we're going to try it on these different kinds of meat here pretty soon and just see what kind of characteristics and profile it adds to, you know, chicken and pork chops and steak and so on.
Yeah.
So what do you say we finish this up and give it a taste test?
Darn tootin'.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so before we get started here, Matt, what is the steak that we're having for today? What do we got?
We got a New York strip steak from Fairway.
Nice.
We've got chicken and pork also from there.
Awesome.
Canyon Joe's did give us the rub to try out, so thanks, Joe.
We appreciate that, man. Thank you very much. So far, I've been pretty impressed with it, and you might see in a little bit later video, we're going to put it in something else, so that video will air in a couple days.
Yep.
Awesome. All right, man, let's start off with the steak. Here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
As you can tell, neither one of us wants to wait to eat, so here we go.
I was going to say, we're going to get some hot meat
Put a
sweats
generous hot meat sweats, probably. We got nice coatings on the outside of it, so here we go.
Yeah.
All right, dig in.
All right. How's it?
Oh, man. I mean, New York strip is my favorite cut of steak. What's the first thing you notice about the flavor profile when you bite into it? Yeah, we got the meat there, right? But what?
You got the sweet, you got a little bit of the crunch.
Mm-hmm.
The sugar comes out as well as the spice on the back end.
Yeah, and the heat does mellow down when you cook with it, obviously.
Right.
It's not quite as potent as it is just straight out of the can, but it just adds just a nice kind of tangy barbecue flavor to the steak, which is really hard to beat. Oh, man. And it adds a little bit of crunch on the outside, too.
It definitely does.
Oh.
The crunch is definitely noticeable.
So do this on your brisket like they do in Canyon Joe's. Also with their Red Dirt Burger that they make at Canyon Joe's, they put that in the mix too, if I'm not mistaken. I think that also has brisket in it, which you can get in the restaurant. Ooh, man, that definitely adds a little bit of...
We probably shouldn't have started with the steak.
No.
It's really good.
It's just too good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I think it's maybe not, this prices could change. I think it's roughly $11.99 a can, but when you guys go over to CanyonJoe'sBarbecue.com, you guys can check it out. You can also buy it locally in the restaurant. Or I'm sorry, yeah, in the restaurant they have it, and then also you can get it in select grocery stores in Lincoln, Nebraska. So, and if we get that list of stores updated, we'll put that in the description box down below so you know.
So you gonna do the pork next?
Let's do the chicken next.
Okay,
Let's hit the chicken. Chicken next.
All right,
Some chicken breast here. Did you get all the meat over at Fairway?
Yes.
Now, we're not sponsored by those guys. We like to support the small butcher shops too, because they do a great job. We love all the grocery stores, but it's good to get a good, nice, high quality butcher shop under your belt. So, all right, here we go, chicken. Oh, wow. Yeah.
So, with the steak, the spice kind of got a little subdued by the steak.
Yeah.
For the chicken, it comes straight out.
Yeah, you notice the heat on the chicken, and for whatever reason, maybe it's just the texture of the meat or the way you chew it up, you definitely notice it. And we put pretty much an equal amount of seasoning on all the meat. We didn't put more on one or the other. This almost has kind of like a Jamaican jerk chicken kind of flavor to it, where you got the red peppers going on in there, you got the black pepper, you got the molasses.
Yeah, the flavor profile really comes out on the chicken.
Oh, yeah. That is awesome. Very, very good.
I mean, it's still there on the steak, and it adds to the steak wonderfully. But it's more subtle. It's more in the back. It's more in the background. It's like an overall.
Yep.
Whereas with the chicken, it comes out and slaps you in the face.
Probably going to say that, again, that's going to add maybe like a 3 or 4 for heat scale. So if somebody can't tolerate heat in your family, you probably don't want to put that on there because they're going to notice it, especially if they're very heat sensitive. But
Now let's go to the pork.
Pork chop. Okay, let me cut. I'm gonna cut off the side here and kind of get around some of the fat. Just get the meat out because we didn't trim the fat off the pork chops. Okay.
Because you keep the fat because it keeps it moist.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, let me trim that off real quick and then I'll take a bite. Give me 1 second here, bro. So we're down in the man cave filming, by the way, so you might see future videos done down here too. So we're surrounded by all kinds of good stuff. All right, pork time.
So, like with the chicken, flavor profile comes straight out, slaps you in the face. And that's going to be par for the course for any of these rubs on white meat. Any of them that you'd use.
But with the pork, I noticed the sweetness coming out more. It's weird. It's like you get different profiles of the rub depending on what kind of meat you put it on.
True. And pork is going to be naturally a little bit sweeter anyway.
Yeah, it just kind of
adds to it.
Yeah, you notice more of a tanginess to it. Less of the heat, more of the tanginess on the pork versus the steak. Where the steak, it's just kind of more of like the dark side comes out, the brown sugar, the molasses, the sweetness. Oh man!
But with the pork, yeah, you can definitely. It comes and hits you right straight up in the face.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's very good.
It just adds even more to it. Now you might be a meat purist. You might be somebody that doesn't add anything to your steak at all. I know a lot of people that won't use any kind of sauces with their steak and things like that, and that's fine. But this definitely enhances it. Just gives it some character. This would be good, like sprinkled on some just chicken on the grill, like bone-in chicken.
Oh,
like chicken thighs
or like a whole chicken.
Yeah, just do like a whole chicken on the grill with it. Aside from just putting it in your smoker with your brisket. So yeah, this stuff is definitely killer, man. You need to pick it up. It's a pretty good price. I think a can's gonna last you a while.
I think a hot sports opinion on this is this would be a really good rub for turkey at Thanksgiving.
Oh yeah.
If you smoke a turkey or fry it,
and even on duck or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's going to add a lot of character to it. Yeah.
Well, we're starting to get in the fall.
Yep.
We got to start worrying about the fall holidays.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, and or if you're somebody that likes to do ribs for the family, football games and stuff like that. I haven't tried the ribs yet at Canyon Joe's. That's one of the next things I definitely want to try. Done the brisket, done the pulled pork. Have not had the pastrami. That tends to sell out pretty quick. But this is the predominant seasoning that they use, so good stuff. Well, what do you say we bring it back for a few final comments?
Sounds good.
All right, let's do it. So if you want to buy some of this Canyon Joe's Red Dirt All-Purpose Rub, you can get it at select stores in Lincoln, Nebraska. And you can also get it over at canyonjoesbarbecue.com. Check it out.
All right, guys. So that wraps up our 3-meat test with the Canyon Joe's Red Dirt All-Purpose Rub. Travis, what did you think?
I thought it was awesome, and it brought out a unique flavor profile of the rub on the 3 different meats that we tested on it, and I think it's definitely something that you should have around if you do a lot of grilling.
Are you over your hot meat sweats?
Man, I came close to breaking out perspiration, but I didn't. What about you?
Oh, yeah, I definitely have.
Meat sweats all the way?
Yeah, meat sweats all the way.
So heat-wise, we're probably talking, honestly, a 5 out of 10, depending on how much you put on there. But the flavor it brings out, I think it's definitely worth trying, especially if you don't do a lot of rubs or seasonings on the meat. Definitely something to invest in and check out.
Oh, definitely. And not just red meat. We're talking chicken. We're talking pork.
Even going to see one coming up on burgers. Just gonna spoiler alert, it's coming up in a couple days, so make sure you guys watch that video too. So, yeah.
So thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe our channel.
Yeah, you can check us out over on Facebook and Instagram. And remember, guys, Nebraska.
It is for everyone.
We'll catch you on the next one.
Take care.